Good morning, people, and it's a lovely sunny morning. What are we in? September still, late end of September. Temperatures have dropped a little bit, but still got my shorts on. So yesterday, very busy yesterday with hire boats. We had Hector going out, and it wasn't Hector, it was Jack that went out yesterday. My apologies. So I didn't get time to pressure wash off Alacrity, but you've just seen a time lapse of me getting that done. So this boat's been with us before. Not sure of the year of build. I did look it up and it said TT Marine. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they're still going or much about them really. But here we are with Alacrity. So starboard side, rear anode, looking all right. Looks to have 10mm base plate. Chine angle's looking nice and fat down the bottom here. A little bit of surface rust as we go along the sides. This boat doesn't live in a marina, and we can't see loads of electrolysis attacking the side, to be fair. It's got some anodes, centre anodes down it, but I do think the distances between them, it probably could do with another one, so it's got 3 on each side rather than just the 2. But yeah, just a little bit of rust on the waterline, nothing major. Chine angle at the front here, looking good. Hull side's got no dents in them. Front anode, that's okay, lasted another couple of years. Move on to the port side. Again, front anode, it's got another 2 years life in that, I would say, just about. And the chine angle at the front here is looking lovely. And again on this side, it's just not bad at all. It's good. These side anodes, yeah, they're about done really. I think we're, like I say, we'll pull them off and put 3 down either side to give it a bit more protection. But it's not got any nasty electrolysis having a go at it. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the nice brass outlets that I like, these steel stabbings. We'll just clean that up and make sure that's okay. Again with this one here, it has got a brass one, yay! So, moving along to the swim on the starboard side. That anode, it is getting a bit low, but potentially that should do another 2 years. They tend to last 8 years normally. The side ones probably about 4, but they are a little bit lighter when we put them on anyway. They're 2.5 rather than 2.8 kilos. So propeller, no play in that at all, and the propeller looks in good order. There's a little bit there, but nothing to write home about. That's okay, and the split pin's good. The rudder cup, it's a real weird arrangement here. This has got a hole going through, and I think the hole has worn a little bit, and so has the stock. So yeah, this has got a bit of play on it. It does rattle a little bit. It's perfectly serviceable, it's just that it's going to rattle. But because it's such an unusual configuration, with the stock going down through a hole and then having this welded round it, and there's not an awful lot of play at the top here to lift it up, and then right at the top here, the top bearing has a little bit of play in it, but this doesn't come off. Usually you have a nut on the top here that you can undo and pop the swan's neck or the ram's head off, whichever which one you want to call it, and then you can undo these bolts and get at everything. But with the arrangement of this, it's going to be quite difficult to sort that out. I think we're going to leave it on this docking, and maybe the next time we'll end up putting a whole new stock in there with a top bearing, and basically cutting this off here and putting a whole new rudder stock in there. It's going to be probably the quickest and the cheapest way of rectifying this problem and future-proofing it as well, really. So Alacrity, all in all, it's not a big job. It's just a clean up with a whizzy wheel around the waterline, cut those anodes off along the sides and put 6 side anodes on this rather than the 4 that it's got now that are pretty much worn out and done anyway. Right, let's get going. As you can see, Jane is keen on this one. She's chasing me around with a paintbrush and roller while I'm still getting the preparation done. So next job we've got to do is to remove the gearbox, because this boat goes too slowly. It's got a 3-to-1 reduction box on it, and we're going to change it for a 2-to-1, because the other option is to change the propeller, but unfortunately you cannot get a bigger propeller underneath there. So let's get the gearbox out. So that's gearbox out, but we could do with the drive plate because that's broken as well. Got to play on that. And one of the cush drives, as I call them, the nylon parts, has snapped. So pull that out as well, eh? So Jane, got your work done for the week then?
I have, apart from a higher boat drive.
And how do we pronounce the name of the boat? I've been saying it wrong all week.
Alacrity.
Thank you very much. So, it seems like ages since we've had cake of the week. We've had people bringing us cakes, but we haven't actually been for cake of the week. So, this week we have Victoria sponge cake. And where are we, Jane?
Farm shop.
Glad you know where we are. And what else you munching on there then?
Jacket potato, tuna.
This place does do amazing jacket potatoes. I've also gone for one as well. So there you go. Cake of the week, Victoria sponge cake. Morning people, and we are absolutely smashing it this week. Jane has got the second coat of blacking onto Alacrity. The owner is going to paint these bits himself when he gets it back on his mooring. Saves us a job. So we have the new gearbox, well, replacement gearbox with a 2-to-1 reduction. So what remains to do with this is to swap over the bell housing, the oil pipes and the control lever bracket. We've got a new drive plate, all shiny and new, lovely condition that, and some new spring washers for the bolts that hold that all in place. So let's get cracking. Good afternoon, people, and we're all about done for the week, and we have the wonderful Jack going out on hire. Jane yet again has done another splendid job of getting him ready to go. The guests that are coming at 2 o'clock this afternoon, or they're due in at 2. Lovely little boat. Has pretty much everything you'd need in a small space. This actually turns into a double bed, and there is a table and everything that lives in here. And then it's quite clever in a sense that what we can do is close this door off that way, and then close that door off that way, and then we have a bathroom. But it also means when you're underway, you can still use the loo without having to close all these doors. And then this is a traditional boatman's cabin. So at the back here, this drops down, and then you can make another bed up at the back. So in all essence, you've got 2 sleeping areas, which is good if it's couple of friends that want to take a boat away, but it's also good if your partner snores. Right, this week's job. I've been calling it Alacrity, but apparently that's wrong. And Jane's not here to correct me, so you'll have to excuse me. But it's all done. Anodes are on the side, gearbox is all changed. The only thing it remains to do is to put this back in the water and see if the propeller is going to match this gearbox. If it doesn't, we have a backup plan. We have another propeller that we can fit. So it'll be a case of dropping it in the water, trying the drive. If it's no good, pull it back out again and swap the props. Okay, spot a lunch, then we'll get this back in the water. So we get Jack sent off on a week's holiday. Unfortunately, with the water levels being low, he does get a little bit stuck. And now we can move on to putting Alacrity back in the water. New side anodes all done. Blacked, fresh, ready to do another 2 years service. And oh dear, what's going on here? Propeller's not going around fast enough. Looks like we're getting it back out of the water, and yet another job. So we are coming down from a 18 by 14 to a 17 by 10, which is probably a better idea. So Alacrity, I've said it right this time, is all done now. Running a 17 by 10 propeller. Anodes, as I said before, all done, ready to look at this, beautiful, kicking out a good old bit of water there. The owner should be very happy with that. Catch you next week.